The world abounds in change through man's ability.
Welcome to Foulcast, everybody. I'm Josh.
I'm Ken.
I'm Doug.
I guess the bad thing about getting into the habit of doing a Foulcast once every, I don't know, what was our average? 6 months to a year and a half?
Right.
Is that doing a Foulcast 2 weeks in a row, you're like, what the hell has happened in this little bit of time?
Yeah, honestly, there hasn't been a whole lot of time for anything to happen. I mean, things happened in the world,
Oh, yeah.
but we don't generally talk about those things on the show.
All right, format change.
Fucking
Right?
current events.
We're a current events podcast now.
Well, now that
Half-assed current events.
now that two fat dudes are TFD, we can be the new. I guess we'd have to be three fat dudes.
Yeah.
Spelled THROOEE.
I don't want to do that.
PHAT.
I don't like enough things. I like what I like, and I don't want to talk about anything I don't like.
I heard Russia's been acting up lately.
Yeah, they're acting a fool over there.
Yeah.
Bombing maternity wards and shit.
Yeah.
Insane. Nah, we didn't do that. We didn't bomb that maternity ward. That's Western propaganda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I clicked links I shouldn't have, and I
Yeah.
saw some not safe for life shit that I wish I hadn't.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like, fuck. Someone's got to drop a bomb on that guy.
I was actually angling more for an angle where I was just like, hey, Russia's acting up, and we're just like, yep. And that's our coverage of the whole Ukraine situation.
That's
Yeah, no,
that's
it's pretty
depressing.
fucked.
I don't remember if we talked about it when we were recording last week, but
Yeah, a little bit.
that's depressing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess on the upside, they lasted another week. Like, Russia said they wanted to have this shit done in 15 days, and it ain't getting done in 15 days. Instead, Ukrainian teenagers are putting out TikToks showing how to operate tanks you find in the wild.
It's fucking awesome.
Right?
I saw they were selling busted Russian tanks on eBay too. Like local pickup only. It's fucking blown in half.
I mean, fucked up as Russia is, they sure are supplying Ukraine with arms.
Oh my god. Like, local pickup only kills the deal for me, but
Yeah.
but otherwise I'd buy a blown up Russian tank. 100%.
Yeah, I think the plan is like just donate money. But fuck, if I'm nearby, if I'm in the neighborhood.
I might actually come get it.
Saw yesterday that Russia announced any companies leaving their properties, their holdings, they're being turned over to the state property.
Wait, what
Okay,
is?
so they just won't come back.
Yeah, that's yeah. He's fucking shooting himself in the foot there.
They're just
Because-
a bunch of empty buildings and
Yeah.
empty assets.
Wait,
like-
so wait, what's
Like
getting?
if McDonald's leaves, which they did, they can't come back. They don't have
Yeah.
anything in Russia. To
They
come back
don't
to.
have a building.
Right. Yeah.
They're just like, all right,
Okay.
Russia owns this now. And if you know that the government's just gonna take your shit, why would you bring your business back there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he's shooting himself in the foot here.
I don't know that he's necessarily worried about that, because it feels like he's setting himself up to like start taking over more territory beyond just Ukraine.
I think that's his goal.
Yeah.
Rebuild the actual
that's why-
Soviet Union.
Yeah. And well, not the actual
Unfortunately.
Soviet Union though. Like the hyper-capitalist Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Whatever
most of his military is still using shit from the old Cold War.
Right. Oh my god.
I mean, you still got to be scared of the nukes, but yeah,
Honestly, did he just go crazy? Did
Yeah,
Putin
I
just go nuts?
well, they've been saying COVID isolation like pushed him over the edge.
Well, they're theorizing.
I'm
that-
tired of fucking quarantining. Go get me a Ukraine.
There's a lot of theories that he's got like spinal cancer or something.
Oh.
That's why he's all like steroided looking out and aggressive. I forget why, but that's why he's like everybody's at the other end of a long ass table from him and shit. Because he's like terrified of getting COVID because it's going to kill him apparently.
Oh, I hope it does.
Yeah.
Did you see his video with the stewardesses?
No.
So
This can't end well.
No, it doesn't. Because in his attempt to show people he's not just hiding in a bunker away from everyone, he put out a video of him sitting around with a bunch of female flight attendants talking about Ukraine, and then he moves his hand out, and it goes right. It passes right through the microphone next to him. He moves it back, and it passes through it again. And then
they released that.
They released that, so you know somebody's family's in the gulag.
Yep.
Yeah, some poor fucking video editor.
Yeah.
And then a couple hours later, Zelensky, while giving his public address, touches the microphone and moves it to the side.
That's awesome. I love that guy so much.
What a petty motherfucker. So good. I mean, I guess you can't call, like pointing out somebody's lies in a video after they just literally invaded your country. Petty.
No, but
I mean,
it's the manner. A stately way would just be like putting out a fake video. Just say he put out a fake video that everybody saw. No, I'm gonna.
No, he's doing it in a meme-worthy fashion.
Well, the last I saw, he had survived like 3 assassination attempts. Mm-hmm. So I think he's earned the right to be a little petty and just dunk on Putin.
Yeah,
but
a little bit.
Sure.
Also, like, he's just walking through his office. He's pointing his camera out the window. He's showing everyone exactly where he is. Mm-hmm. It's like, dude, they are still trying to kill you.
Yeah, he's got nads of steel.
I hope you survive so everyone can go back to hating you for the right reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
That comment will reflect poorly if I ever run for office.
You get all the wrong votes.
Well, listen, my point is, don't trust politicians.
Yeah, exactly.
The last guy who said that definitely did get elected, so...
Yeah, but that was for the wrong reasons, too.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's all the current events we've got. Do you guys want to do games?
You know what I just learned?
Huh.
There's a new Batman movie.
Yeah,
saw
it's
it.
like out and everything.
I saw it.
You saw it.
Yeah, went to see it on. I saw it on Sunday.
Sunday.
It's long.
Is it?
It's 3 hours long.
The only thing
That's too goddamn much.
It's like, bro, give me a 22-minute Batman cartoon.
I know.
I'm
Like,
happy.
whew.
We're doing these Batman movies a lot now.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's worth a watch.
Oh wow, I've been hearing people say that it's the best Batman movie ever.
I prefer my Batman to be like relevant to the plot. Like he doesn't solve.
It's not like a Batman movie.
No, it is. It's the most Batman movie. Like it's all fucking focused on Batman, but this Batman didn't solve the crime.
Oh,
He didn't solve anything or stop anybody from dying either.
Yeah, he was the Law and Order CI to the Law and Order.
Yeah.
OG.
Yes. It's good. It's good, but like when you sit there and watch it, you're like, wow. Like he didn't keep anybody from dying, and Catwoman solved the main like who was behind everything, and then like the ending.
Was she like, it's me, I'm a criminal? Gotcha.
Bet you didn't see that shit coming.
Yeah.
I pulled the heist. You never expected Catwoman to do that.
Yeah. So like, it was good. Like it's Seven. It's the movie Seven.
Oh.
They just took Morgan Freeman out and put. Batman in.
That's actually kind of cool because I find it difficult to watch that movie now because of Kevin Spacey. So now I have a replacement.
You have a replacement. You do have a replacement.
Okay.
Nobody's fucked up yet. Like John Turturro, he's in it, so that's a plus. I like him.
All right.
Colin Farrell's in it. He's kind of a shithead, but you can't tell it's him because he's under a ton of makeup, so that's cool.
You had to say 7. It's a flashback to the time we came over here for a bad movie night.
Did we watch 7 for that?
No, we watched. Might have been Gone with the Pope or something.
Ooh. Yeah, I missed that one.
I think we watched half of that movie.
Sam showed up drunk as hell before the movie even started.
And then kept drinking.
And then he just started screaming, "What's in the box?"
I do remember that. That was the day that I made that like watermelon beer beverage. The only thing I've seen from the Batman is, number one, the character design of the Riddler.
Yeah.
Which, I gotta tell you, kind of hate it.
So we have the Riddler, Penguin, Catwoman. Who else do we get in this movie?
Victor Zsasz.
No, Zsasz isn't in it. You get a.
I'm just listing all of them now.
You get a Joker,
it's 3 hours long, so.
You get a Joker tease. You get Carmine Falcone.
Joker tease. A guy in clown makeup just jiggles his booty.
That's exactly what happens.
Teased you.
I wouldn't mind seeing them do Bane like properly.
That's one thing I really liked. Is I get the feeling like the next one's going to be fucking good, like real good.
Yeah.
This one just because that's kind of how Batman Begins was. You're like, wow, that was really like cool to see a realistic Batman, but like, can I have a little more like fantasy in it? Because
it's Batman.
Yeah. This one was like fucking grounded in reality. Like at one point he's getting all fucked up and he pulls this little green vial of shit out and injects himself. I'm like, oh, whoa, that's Venom. That means Bane. That means Bane. And they like hinted at Hush. They hinted at something else too. No Man's Land. Like they could go any way they wanted to, which is cool.
Swerve, that means Herbert West Reanimator.
Yeah. I'm fucking down for that.
If you want to do a Stuart Gordon Lovecraft adaptation / Batman crossover,
yes,
I'll watch that all day.
Yeah.
I'll literally sit there for 24 hours and watch it.
Reanimates Thomas Wayne's head. It's going down on Martha. And he's like, oh God, nobody wants to watch you walk in their parents fucking, and especially not like this.
No, I don't even need the Lovecraft adaptation. I just want Stuart Gordon's Batman.
That would be probably pretty fun.
It would end up being a Lovecraft adaptation.
Yeah.
Oh God! And if Jeffrey Combs was in it, especially, Jeffrey Combs as Batman. Oh yeah, he could pull it off.
Who did he play in that? He played somebody in the animated series.
Oh, he would have had to, wouldn't he?
Pretty sure he did.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say when you said you prefer your Batman to have like relevance to the plot. I was like, I prefer my Batman animated.
Yeah, yeah, all day. Yeah, all day, every day. Yeah, it's worth checking out, but I don't know.
The only other thing that I've seen aside from the Riddler character design was a meme, and it was a page from Watchmen where Manhattan's on Mars.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah,
That was so good.
You saw that one?
It's like 1989. They're finally doing a darker, grittier version of Batman. 2002 or whatever. Finally, I'm getting a darker, grittier version of Batman.
2022.
That was how I learned there was a new Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd heard that they were going to be making a new Batman. I didn't realize it was made and in theaters.
It's like currently
Yeah,
screening.
it kind of snuck up on me too. I wasn't like over the moon about them doing another fucking Batman movie, even though I'm a huge Batman fan.
They haven't stopped cranking out Batman movies since the Nolan trilogy started, right? Like,
since
it's been
it
pretty
ended,
regular.
fuck.
Yeah, listen, DC, if you can't get Ken to cry at a Batman movie,
I didn't.
You're fucking up.
I didn't.
You are fucking
I
up.
did not. Nope. Didn't. I marked out, but I didn't cry.
That was the next question. Did
Yeah.
you at least mark out?
Yeah,
once
there
or
was like some
twice?
badass Bat moments, but
Yeah, but this man usually leaves Batman with
At some point, yeah.
his eyes and his underwear wet. He only left this one with his
Yeah.
underwear wet.
Yeah, I was top wet, not bottom wet.
And that was only
It
because he
was 3
drank too
hours
much
long. I was
soda.
bottom wet too, but not the right reason.
I wouldn't mind watching the new Batman, although I have to say I haven't watched. I don't think I've watched any comic book movies. Like, not comic book movies, but like comic property
Superhero
movies.
movies.
Yeah.
Well, just wait till the new Howard the Duck.
I'll watch it when it comes out.
I'll watch the old Howard the Duck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
me
watch
too.
that too. Once. I'll do that like once every couple of years. I'll do that. I think the last one that I watched was probably Guardians 1.
Mhm.
I don't think I've seen any since then. And like Sam got dragged back into like Marvel movies because of all the series that they've been doing.
Mhm.
He's like, well, I'll check those out. Oh, those were pretty good. I might as well watch the movies too.
Yeah.
He's like, ah, fuck, I care about Marvel movies again. And I think that's why I'm so resistant to check out any like superhero movies, because I don't want to care about them again.
Yeah.
I just don't. But like every so often one comes out and I'm like, I should probably watch it.
Yeah, it's weird, like, I check them all out. They're fun to watch. But, like, I don't understand why people expect more from them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a comic book movie. Why are you expecting it to be why does it have to be high art? It shouldn't be. Just like, if you like comic books, then you're okay.
Was that eating the whole time? Wow.
Like, if you like comic books, then you probably like dudes in spandex beating the shit out of each other. That's pretty much all I need. You
Yeah.
know? Like, show me someone being a hero, saving the fucking day, and then I'm good. Like, I'm not gonna hang my hat and like be like, this is the best entertainment ever, because it's, you know, it's popcorn entertainment, but it's fine.
Scorsese's still got spit on you.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I like,
Scorsese could spit on me. I'd have a story to tell.
yeah.
I'd be like, oh, you like Martin Scorsese, and I'd be like, oh, he spit on me once.
Like, if you're not into the Marvel thing, that's fine. It's not like you're not wrong for that, but I don't think somebody's wrong for being into it. Just
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. They're sure they've been, you know, all their movies are connected and they're all similar because they're all fucking comic book movies. But like, it's never been done before. It's fun. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Now, this is unrelated, but I couldn't tell earlier if I was a genius or if I'd seen this somewhere. Does it sound familiar, a To Catch a Predator skit where the Predator is there to fuck Chris Hansen? Does that sound like something that's been done? Because in my head I had this whole thing, but I could not find where it was from.
I think you might have just written
Yeah, you
that
might
sketch.
have just written a sketch in your head.
And the closest thing I found was a Mad TV skit with Jordan Peele, where Chris Hansen comes in and he's like, do you know who I am? He's like, oh shit, you're Chris Hansen. He's like, do you know why I'm here? He's like, you're here to fuck the 17-year-old too. It's like, I got rubbers, you go first. But
You go first, so polite.
I could swear there was a skit where someone's like, I'm here to fuck you, Chris Hansen.
Not that I know of.
It has to be a real thing because I am not that fucking brilliant.
I don't know, man.
It
I think
has
you
to
are that
exist.
brilliant. I just don't know where you would come up with it if it's unprompted.
Yeah, like it's not fully formed into your head.
That's the part that I'm questioning.
Unless maybe you dreamt it.
No, it has to exist. That's all I know.
Having that dream.
Like, what does that say about you if you have that dream?
I'm gonna figure it out.
I'm thinking about it now, and it does sound like it could be really good. Like, they go to the chat logs, and it's just like the girl being like, "Yeah, so my parents are out of town," and the guy's like, "Yeah, why don't I come over and fuck Chris Hansen in the kitchen?"
Just remember, like, brought these flowers for you. I'm gonna get that asshole Chris Hansen.
Okay, yeah, you definitely came up with that because I don't remember hearing that ever. I've never heard someone say, "Let me get that asshole Chris Hansen."
If you Google that with quotes and you don't come up with anything, it doesn't exist yet. Because
Yeah.
people would be quoting that.
Maybe there was another Key and Peele skit where maybe that's where I'm confusing it because it was like the Mike Tyson boxer and the other guy, Jordan Peele and Key. What's Key's name? I fucking forget Key's name. Poor Key. But anyway,
Keegan's on, right?
Keegan Mitchell or something.
Yeah,
That sounds
Keegan
right.
Michael. Keegan Michael Key. Something
Keegan
like
Michael Key?
that. I think it's what it
Really?
is. Yeah,
Wow.
Well,
That's a hell of a name.
it is.
no, I remember a skit where they were both boxers, and Key's boxer was like talking all the real shit, like, "I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna fuck you up," and then you got the Mike Tyson boxer played by Jordan Peele, who's like, "I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna fuck you. I'm gonna fuck you so hard. Then I'm gonna take you antique shopping."
That sounds like a Key and Peele sketch.
We're gonna curl up on the beach at the end of the night, and I'm gonna fuck you again. Like we're gonna grow old together. I'm gonna fuck you.
That's a serious ass whooping.
Oh, man.
Those are so easy to like go on a rabbit hole with.
Yeah.
Go down a rabbit hole with.
Oh, yeah, and then YouTube decides that's all you want to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
I mean,
It could be worse. It could be one of those situations where you, like, Google how to, like, fix, like, something in your house,
yeah.
and it thinks that's all you want to
Oh,
know is,
yeah.
like, home repair stuff, and you're like, nope.
Oh,
No.
my YouTube feed is fucking a mix of like it's like Hank Hill and and
I think I got it.
and
It just.
some I don't know video game nerd.
Oh, I did
Whatever
figure it
their feed
out.
would be put together is
Oh,
basically
my
mine.
God.
Because it's
Damn.
like this old house and video game stuff.
Okay. I mean, that is a lot of what you do when you're not at work.
Yeah,
Video games and home improvement.
that's exactly what I do.
It just clicked for me.
Huh.
I am not a genius.
No?
No.
It was a Boondocks sketch.
Ah, okay.
Really?
Uh-huh. A date with the booty warrior.
Wow, I don't remember that.
Well, that
I'll have to tell you to pull it up when we finish this.
the fact that Let Me Get That Asshole Chris Hansen isn't more famous means that this is a criminally underrated sketch.
Right?
I am so disappointed.
Let me get that asshole, Chris Hansen. That does sound like a Boondocks line, too. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Oh, I love that show.
Never watched it.
Oh, man. Mean old, Stinkmeaner. Colonel Stinkmeaner. Just keeps on coming back from beyond the grave to fuck with people.
Oh man. I just killed the room.
Yeah, you let us down with the booty hole sketch.
This is why I fucking tell you guys, don't put your hearts in me. Don't believe in me.
Don't tie your happiness to my success.
I will let you down. I will make you hurt.
Oh my god.
June Carter's spirit's behind him right now.
I wonder, did I come up with that one?
Next week you'll be like, nah, guys, I just found out Johnny Cash came up with
Yeah.
that one. And then the week after that, you're like, I hate to disappoint you further, but that was originally a Trent Reznor one.
I thought that I replaced the line "shit" with "thorns," but that was just Johnny Cash fixing a Trent Reznor line because he didn't want to swear.
Yeah.
Oh man, so,
He'll do heroin, but he won't say
He
shit.
won't say shit, yeah. Maybe it's just that he doesn't want to talk about shit on his head. Like, he probably would have been okay with
Johnny
it if he
Cash
just said
isn't really
shit.
a crown of shit kind of guy.
I don't know.
No.
I bet Johnny Cash got some shit on his head in his day.
I mean, the way he if June was like, Johnny, let me crap on them locks, he probably would have, because he was all about her.
Johnny, let me crap on them locks is a t-shirt.
He's like, I'm going to Jackson.
Johnny, let me
Comb your
crap.
hair.
Johnny, let me crap on them locks is my Hank 3 cover band. That's what that is. Fuck. That's the name of the first album. Fuck.
A couple of weeks ago, Bruce was over, and we were eating, and he always makes Dee uncomfortable by being like, "Okay, let's pray." I'm gonna pray, but Dee, like, she wants to, be
Accommodating.
accommodating.
Yeah.
Things. But then he's like, "All right, Dee, pray." And she's like, "Fuck."
That's like telling someone else to start a knock-knock joke.
I forget what it was, but she started it. I forget what she said. Something like, "We pray for the poor and then I started laughing. No,
You're like, that's not how you do it.
She wouldn't do it, so Bruce started doing it. But it was like, "We pray for the poor and I started laughing because I'm like, are we just fucking reciting Johnny Cash lyrics?
Johnny Cash or Woody Guthrie.
Yeah, like, I can do that shit. If I ever have to pray, that's what I'm gonna do. You never see me wear pseudo white.
Bruce, let me pray this time. No. Come on, I want to pray.
I fuck it up, and I do like one piece at a time.
When I was still in like high school after my dad remarried, he married somebody that he met at church, and so religion was introduced into the household when I was at
little
dad's
too late.
I mean, we used to go to church when I was a little kid, and that was when I realized I didn't buy it. So like, it didn't matter either way, but it became a thing again, like, because it wasn't for a very long time. And so before each meal, we would all join hands and go around the table and say part of a prayer. And whenever it would get to me and Dustin, we would literally just say the same things every week. Thank you for this beautiful day that we have to share together. And thank you for this food that we have been blessed with to eat. Like, and my dad would fucking glare daggers at us, and I'm like, what the fuck do you want us to say? Like, what are we supposed to tell God that he doesn't already know, first of all? But also, every meal you want us to come up with something different? Fuck you. Fuck you, we know our lines. If you want to do the ritual, let's do the ritual.
This one dude I play with online, English guy, young guy, like just turned 19, and anytime religion comes up, he takes every possible chance he gets to remind everyone that God's not real, religion's a sham. And it's kind of like, oh,
He just figured this out himself.
yeah, it's like, okay, I remember, being a little edgelord too. Yeah,
You're like Babby Josh.
Oh, look at you.
like, all right, Dawes, we all know that God's dead, and then everyone's like, hey. It's like,
wait, is this
I'm
actually
sorry,
news to
I'm
you
sorry.
Yes.
I forgot you didn't think God's dead.
This little guy just figured out his first original thought.
Honestly, anybody who's going to take offense to that, you could just be like, have you missed the last 2 years?
Everyone's so used to him that it's just like, okay, Dawes, you feel good about this one.
Pretty next it'll be what'll be next, like a rape joke's edgy still.
Oh no, he likes feminist jokes.
Okay.
He thinks he's edgy.
Okay. Wait, he likes feminist jokes like fuck feminists?
He always likes to talk about the feminists coming to get him.
Okay.
It's like, well, Dawes, if the feminists are coming to get you, you probably said something to make feminists come and get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead babies are coming up soon.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna hit dead baby territory soon.
Maybe you should start telling dead baby jokes just to get him started on it, so he stops with the other stuff.
No, I just sit back and listen to the cringe and.
Just so everybody knows, there's no God. The universe is cold and uncaring.
You're going in to like face some fucking like demigod in the game, and he's like, "Just everybody know this isn't real. This couldn't happen." Yeah, dude, we know.
Josh has the
I'm playing a cat. I'm a cat person. I get it.
You have the ironic nickname Lightbringer, and you still wouldn't just pop into a room and be like, "Hey, everybody, God's dead."
So you sit back and you listen to him, and it's like, oh man, okay, you are 19. The boogeyman's real.
This is why I don't associate with people.
Yep.
That's one of the reasons.
Yeah. Yep, you always I'm always the guy that's like makes the joke that just went too farther than the room was willing to go. Fucking hate that.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me laugh. But
Yeah.
But it's not a great time.
No. It just happened last weekend. We had a Todd threw Maria a surprise party for her 40th birthday, and it was in Middletown. That's why I texted you guys trying to figure out the name of Guido McNeil's was. Private room, it was cool. And somebody was like, Ken, you grew up around here, right? And I was like, oh, yeah.
Like literally down the street?
Yeah, I was like, my dad used to buy porn. Playboy's over there.
At the 7-Eleven?
No, it was a Tattered Flag. So
I see.
at the old
The newsstand.
Yeah.
The one that Tony Stewart's mom used to run?
Yeah, that one.
Always comes back to Tony Stewart. Hi, Tony.
Always.
And I was like, and right down the end of this street, I got pepper sprayed. And I was like, they were like, why? And I was like, oh, because we were having they put on a punk rock show next to the police station. And everybody was like, oh, yeah, okay.
The MCSO.
Yeah.
And the only good cop is a dead cop.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see myself out.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was like, in Middletown cops suck. And everybody's like, okay.
if that crossed the line.
Yeah.
I said something.
I mean, they do. They draw down on teenagers in parking lots. Like, it's not okay.
Fuck, I said something else later on.
It's not just in parking lots. There was a kid in the high school that got fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah. It just happened.
In the school.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, Middletown cops suck. What do you want? Well, I mean, there's one too many words in that sentence, I guess,
exactly.
but...
Yeah. Location-wise, I think you just zip that one right out of that sentence, you'd be good to go.
Yeah.
I said something else later on in...
Look, good cops and dead ones.
All right, Lefty, we've had enough of you.
I forget what it was. I took it farther later on. I forget what it was, so it'll come back to me.
Oh, God.
It's a good time.
That's why it's
always that moment where I'm just like, yep, there we go.
I did it. I did it. There was that. That's where the line was.
There's that feeling where no matter how much everybody loves me, I will never be one of you.
Yeah, that's like what I was talking about last week when I was talking about playing with people who my views don't always match up with, and sometimes you say something that you realize, like, oh, this isn't my this isn't my audience.
Yeah. Yep.
I made it weird.
I've misread the rooms lately.
Like, hey man, you okay? You You need a phone number or something?
So I forgot to mention this last week, but if you look over on top of the record player, there's some cassette tapes.
Mm-hmm.
Those cassette tapes are very special cassette tapes.
Are they?
There's only 2 minutes worth of tape in them.
When you blow on them, a genie comes out
Yep.
that sings to you Black Sabbath's entire 4 album.
They play on an infinite loop. The tape is like
Oh, so
flipped around
it's
like an
just
8-track.
this. There's no.
So,
Okay.
like it's wound around the thing,
Right,
but like
but
it
there's
feeds
no
from the
end.
inside
Yeah,
and it
there's
flips
no
over.
end.
So yeah, it just
So it's
plays
just like a piece of
continuously.
tape.
Just 2 minutes continuous repeat.
Of.
Well, nothing yet.
Oh. Okay.
But can you think of something that's under 2 minutes long that I wouldn't mind doing a limited release on Infinite
2
Loop
minutes.
cassette of?
Are you trying to get us to make another song?
No, I was going to use the old one. I'm just going to do.
okay, yeah.
I'm just going to do old.
That's easy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do obsolete media releases of the same song over and over again. I looked into getting like old Victrola records pressed, like the 78s. You have to play with like the steel needle, and you can do that.
Record pressing is fucking impossible right now, though.
Well, this isn't vinyl. It's made out of shellac, and is.
I can buy that. Can I do this in my house?
You need very specialized equipment. They do one-offs. And the reason that they do one-offs is it costs you $350 to do a one-off. And for each additional record, of course, the cost is going to come down. The additional records are only $175 a piece. That's for a single-sided record, up to 4 minutes in length. And I was like, it would be funny,
It would be.
but it's not worth that much money.
You need specialized.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Can you listen to it on a regular record player? You just need a special needle, or do you need special equipment?
I mean, you need special equipment to create it, but you also would need an old, like, gramophone to play it
Okay,
on.
so you just need to 3D print one, and be like, here, the
Well,
music's
no.
on there. Nobody will fucking know.
I mean, true, you could do that, but that's not how I operate, because nobody's going to know what's on those 3.5-inch floppies either, but the song is on each of
Yeah.
those floppies. And the lyrics. And Ken's review of the Blind Dead movie. On Letterboxd.
It does.
I'm actually gonna buy a disc reader now and pop it in there. I'm gonna find a Fart Barf song, aren't I?
Ooh.
Oh shit, I have one. I do have a 3.5 in an old Optiplex that I use.
I thought you were saying you had a Fart Barf song.
No.
I'm like,
Yeah, that's what I
Why?
thought too.
No, I do have a floppy drive in an old Optiplex. I keep Windows 7 on for capturing the old
you can test
recoil on
it.
BK tapes, because can't do that on Windows 10.
Yeah.
You need FireWire.
Firewire. It was ahead of its time. And completely under-implemented.
And obsolete when the world was ready for it.
Absolutely.
Sounds like a KMFDM song. In title and description.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you could find a loop point for Pogo Pope, that would be a good thing to put on there.
Pogo
You never
Pope?
heard Pogo Pope?
So,
Rudimentary Penny?
yeah, Rudimentary Penny was
it
the band that
on-
did the Lovecraft album.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was it on that album?
No,
No.
That's
this was an
Cacophony
album.
Was the only one that I ever listened to.
It was his...
This was made while their singer
Yeah.
was in the nut house because he had a mental break and he thought he was Pope. I
Augustine
forget,
or something like
Augustine
that.
37th or something.
Wow.
So they recorded him singing Pogo Pope
Uh,
through like a telephone.
there's only one way that it would work to loop on that, and that's if the loop point that would work comes at exactly 2 minutes. Because otherwise,
Yeah,
I'd
true.
have to like go in and like
True.
splice the tape, and I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm just not. Like, I think the tape is like 30 seconds longer than Blind Dead, the song,
Uh-huh.
and like obviously not the movie. The movie was quite a bit longer than that.
Unfortunately,
I was
Shouldn't
like,
have been.
I was like, I don't honestly know what I would do with the other 30 seconds, and it seems like it would be odd to have 30 seconds of silence
I mean,
in between plays of the song.
we can write a 30-second song.
I mean, if you guys want to,
I didn't just commit to anything.
This is one of the rarities that's only available on the limited edition of 4 infinite loop tape of Blind Dead. And it's only on the Japanese release of that.
Yeah.
So what happens is I mail these to Japan, and then they mail them back.
with the strip on them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Ooh. That's a project. Oh, I can tell you about a project that I did recently.
Okay.
So our friend Sean has a nephew who is very much autistic, and he loves VHS tapes, and he has like all the like Disney VHS tapes, and he likes being able to put the tape in and watch through a shitload of previews before he can get to the movie. I don't know why, but he enjoys that. And he just likes the whole VHS experience, and he loves Alvin and the Chipmunks. And he'd got it into his head that he wanted to have the 2007 Alvin and the Chipmunks movie on VHS. And so he asked Sean. He goes, Alvin and the Chipmunks 2007 on VHS? And Sean says, no, that's not a thing. And he's like, find it? And he's like, no, buddy, that's not real. That's not a thing that exists. And he was like, I basically don't believe you, but like, not in so many words, because he does have trouble communicating verbally, and by text. So Sean brings this up to me, and I'm like, oh, I'll make him 2007 Alvin and the Chipmunks on VHS. So like, I bought VHS clamshell boxes, and I designed a cover and like a front label, and I made it look exactly like an actual like 20th century home video label from a VHS tape. And I like, here's the quandary that I had.
Tape length, right? Tape length is a problem.
No, because the movie was almost exactly an hour and a half long.
Nice.
So I could just do it on like SP.
Cool.
And then there would be blank space at the end, but who cares? So like, you could even get pretty decent video quality off of it for VHS. But it was going to have to be either a widescreen release of this movie on VHS, which would never have happened, or I'm going to have to sit down and do a pan and scan, which I did not have time for. So he got a widescreen release of this movie, but I still had to load it up in Premiere, put the previews in front of it, and what I did was I got DVD promos from the time from 20th century like home video releases, and just stacked those
Period
in the
accurate.
beginning of it. Yeah, made it all period accurate. It had the Garfield movie and all that shit.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. And there was even a spot for like movies that they were re-releasing on DVD at that time, like Home Alone, the original Home Alone and stuff. And they're just like, hey, your favorite classics coming back on DVD, and I'm like, oh, that's a perfect one to stick on there. And then I put and now our feature presentation little bumper in there, and then it started the movie. And I had to like learn how to mix down a 5.1 mix to stereo properly, because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. I don't want the kid to be, I don't think he's a kid, I think he's an adult, but like, I don't want the guy to be like disappointed in what I made for him. So I go into Premiere, and I had to make sure that the frame was 640 by 480, but then also fit the widescreen to that so that there would be bars. And I learned a lot while I was making this project. Burned it to a DVD, had to pirate Adobe...
Encore.
Is it Encore? Yeah. Because that's the only thing that would burn, that was the only thing that would accept by default the file format that Premiere exported a DVD video to.
And fucking program's not the easiest thing to get a hold of and get working anymore either.
I managed it. I downloaded a portable version, so it doesn't actually install. It just runs out of the folder.
Douglas, can you please
I'll
give
get
me
it
a
for
link
you.
to that? I've got the jankiest, most Russian backdoor filled version that I run in a VM because I don't trust it. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'll get you a link.
Yeah.
So I burn it to a DVD, bring it down, pop it in the VCR, DVD combo. I record over to it. Doesn't do anything. I ended up having to run the video out from the VCR, from the DVD part, into the video in on the VCR part. Record it from that, and then it worked. And he sent it over to him, and the first time that he has ever texted Sean anything but a demand for something, he thanked him for Alvin and the Chipmunks 2007 on VHS. And then the next day was like, try again? And Sean's like, what do you mean, buddy? And he's like, I don't remember what he said after that, but his mom basically had to step in and translate. And she's like, he didn't know that it was going to be widescreen. He wants it to be full screen. And Sean was like, that's not going to happen. Like, I had a friend make this for him, and he does not have time to panic. Because I'm not going to also just crop it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then that's...
You're going to have people off frame talking, and, like, it's a whole thing. But, like, I could probably pull off a decent pan and scan of this movie. I could make it happen for the 3 people in the world that actually want it. Myself not even being one of them.
The only thing I can think of is see if you can find like a TV rip of it somewhere that may have been pan and scan.
I doubt it.
Probably not at that.
I actually had trouble finding a DVD rip. Like, I could find them, but most of them were in German or something. Honestly, I didn't even find a DVD rip. I found a Blu-ray rip. There were no DVD rips.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't think they ever did a full-screen version of it.
They probably didn't. There would have been no reason to.
Yeah. Because it came out in 2007. By the time it was actually showing on TV, it probably would have been a few years later. And at that point, I think everybody would have probably had widescreen TVs by then.
Mm-hmm.
They would have just assumed. Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun project.
It's a cool project, though. I thought you were going to be like, since you did period accurate previews, then he want like those movies.
That's the other thing, though. I was like, I don't want to give him ideas.
Yeah, so just like only previews of movies that are definitely available on VHS.
Well, and a few days after that, like, explanation that this is not happening, we're not doing a full screen version, he did ask Sean if he could find another, even like more recent movie on VHS, and he's like, nah, buddy. Nah. But he was so excited. He like Sean's like, this is like the one thing that he wants in the world right now. I'm like, of course I'll do that.
It's a cool project.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah. I was like, it'll be a pleasure because I love doing weird shit like that. Try again.
That's actually pretty great. You got close, but try again.
I don't know why it reminded me of it, but I was watching a porn star play Elden Ring, and the only thing that really came to my mind was like, this is the first time I feel like I've truly watched her get fucked.
Yo, that screenshot that you posted on Facebook.
Oh yeah, all the Stell.
Jesus.
Oh man, literally the first thing that popped into my head was like, this is Tim Hildebrandt way too high. That's just all this is.
No, I wish that screenshot gave like the true scale of the monster.
Oh, is he big? Oh. It did kind of look like he was smaller than I would expect him to be based on the design.
It is an absolute giant of a thing.
Like the face on the front, right?
Yeah.
Like, how big, like, are you standing next to that face?
Up to maybe its nose.
Oh, it's pretty big.
It's real big. It's like a giant dragonfly with decrepit legs and big old spine on its tail that it wapashes at you.
Gotta hate that wapash.
Oh,
But you beat it.
I did beat it.
Did you guys see the newest invasive species?
Yeah.
What is it?
Parachuting spiders. They're like the size of your hand.
Oh!
They're supposed to be fairly
Yeah, they're very
oblivious to people.
Yeah, they're very timid, but they parachute.
Yeah, that's the part I don't
Yeah,
like.
exactly.
That and their size. I don't
Yeah.
like the combination.
I mean, parachuting anything, you gotta be wary of it.
Yeah,
Very true. I'm looking these things up.
yeah, they're pretty wild looking.
I'm looking it up partially because I want to see what they look like, and partially because I just want to make sure you guys aren't fucking with me right now. I just typed in parachute and it came up parachuting spiders. So.
Yep, they're making their.
Oh, in the Northeast. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're coming. They're gonna be here this summer.
Just think you used to only have to worry about Motley Crue rolling through in the summer.
They're actually kind of cool looking. They're neat. Yeah.
I want.
Not like poisons, right?
No, they're not poisonous. They're super timid.
How
Don't
are
know
they
if they
taste?
eat spotted lanternflies. That would be pretty cool.
They are supposed to eat a lot of other pests,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they get spotted lanternflies. I can't speak. Might have brain damage. Well, I mean, most people have got COVID. They're saying now, like, a chunk of them are getting brain damage, but they're also saying that growing up, we were all exposed to more lead than we should have been. So we're also all getting brain
Yeah, it's
damage.
like every 30 years they let you know, like, yeah, there was way too much lead. Like,
They're like, yeah, we've
that
known this for a
acceptable
while.
amount is
Yeah.
not acceptable whatsoever.
Like, hey, that thing that happened to kids in Flint, Michigan a couple years ago, bit more widespread. Want to play some games?
Let's play some games.
All right, let's play some games.
Sorry, I got distracted because I was looking up this spider, and the article that I got was on Axios, and the first recommended article, more from Axios, the headline is "The New Silent Majority: People Who Don't Tweet." And it's like, well, I can go ahead and disregard this entire website now.
Spark, take a look at this subspace news article. Some fool blew his own face off while cleaning a loaded phaser.
Fascinating, Captain. Was it someone aboard the Enterprise?
No, Spark, it happened in Florida.
Our states this week. It's going to be Florida, Michigan, and Texas. Now, headline number one is one that I was not sure about including because there's really no comedy to it. But it is like a holy fuck, I cannot believe this is a real thing.
Okay.
So I did.
No, we
did
just had
put
to
it in.
figure out if you were like, I can't believe this is a real thing and not in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, headline number one. GOP candidate says he tells his daughters to lie back and enjoy it if rape is inevitable. Mm-hmm.
You said that was a senator?
No, it's a candidate.
Candidate.
Yeah, this guy running for office.
Did he tell people that he said that while running for office?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, oh boy, you want to talk about things that'll hurt your chances in an election.
I don't know.
It's
Well, yeah, no, if you're a GOP candidate,
I
it's
mean,
probably not going to have that big
We're
of an effect.
Texas, Florida, and Michigan.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
maybe in Michigan.
Well, fuck.
So that's headline number one. Now, headline number two, we get into some fun territory. There was a pregnant woman busted for smuggling fentanyl in her vagina.
Does she know there are mucous membranes in there?
My girl likes to party all the time.
I guess. Hoo boy.
Final headline. Man donates toilet in the shape of Lars Ulrich to museum for permanent display.
Wait, what was it in the shape of Lars?
A toilet.
I hope they display it in the bathroom, hooked up to plumbing, so I can piss on it. Piss in Lars Ulrich's mouth.
So once again, our states.
Is it? Yeah. Is it like his mouth?
No,
Oh.
it's like Lars sitting down with the toilet.
Oh, okay. Like he's playing the toilet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Saint Anger did sound like
Yeah, they
he was banging
couldn't
on
put
the
that in the.
toilet.
They couldn't put that in the bathroom because people would just try to piss on its face
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
pee everywhere.
Wait till you see the bidet.
Is it James Hetfield just like spitting water on your butthole?
So our states again: Florida, Texas, Michigan. DMK, you are the reigning butterweight champion of the world.
All right.
Gonna let you field it.
The Lars toilet I'm gonna put in Texas. The pregnant woman smuggling fentanyl I'm gonna put in Michigan, and that means I'm gonna put the rape story in Florida, which I feel like is the obvious choice, but I'm going with it.
Casey?
I'm going to put the pregnant lady in Florida, the senator in Michigan, and the toilet in Texas.
And Ken.
Pregnant woman in Florida. The toilet in Michigan. The rape, love your rapist, whatever fucking one in Texas.
That's the part of the Sermon on the Mount that doesn't get quoted very often.
Going one
Doug,
for
God's
three.
not real.
Love the rapist.
It's okay, everybody. God's not real.
I guess the Bible does say that she has to marry
Yeah.
her rapist, so yeah.
Going one for three. The winner of the week is Casey.
Ah.
Oh.
However, the title cannot change hands on a non-Florida.
Oh, it wasn't Florida.
It was not Florida. Texas was our fentanyl. Michigan was the rape. And Florida is the Lars Ulrich toilet.
What did he donate it to? A museum.
Yeah, Ripley's Museum.
Oh. See, I thought maybe like the rock and roll, but that's in like Ohio or something.
I don't think Lars would have his toilet in the Rock and Roll Hall
Well,
of
no,
Fame.
this guy, yeah, but this guy donated it. You didn't say it was on display.
Right, it's just in the back.
Yeah, they're like, okay.
It's in the back until the garbage people come to pick it up.
Yeah, like, this guy was just looking for a tax write-off. Like, they're not going to actually display it.
That reminds me, I was watching a video today of Stooges playing I Want to Be Your Dog at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. And it is so awkward because, you know, Iggy's like crawling around the audience shirtless. And you got all these stiffs in their suit and tie just pretending to rock out who clearly have no interest in listening to Iggy.
Yeah.
Want to be their dog.
Oh, look up Iggy on American Idol. I don't know why they had him on the season finale, whatever year that was. But
Yeah, it seems like
nobody
an odd
knows.
choice.
Nobody knows what's happening. It's amazing.
Wow.
It's amazing.
It just occurred to me, because you said that guy donated the toilet as a tax write-off. I don't even think it could be that. Because I'm pretty sure Ripley's is like 100%
For-profit,
for-profit
yeah,
institution. So like,
Bet it was haunted.
yeah, somebody has to accept it from you before
Every
you
night
can get
Lars
rid
comes
of
to
it.
me and he's not even dead.
It's the cursed Lars toilet.
Why do you have that?
That's
He
the
made it.
question.
He made it.
Oh, he made
It's
it.
an art project. Okay.
I'm just gonna start making things and giving them to museums. Like, hey, you want this, right? It's good, huh?
Fucking old Greg over there.
Oh man, Bailey's. As close as you can get to Bailey's without your eyeballs getting wet.
This is nice.
I have an actually.
All right.
This is an actually about real life stuff. I told Josh that this may actually be a particularly embarrassing edition, but we'll see. The Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments of the Constitution, secure many basic liberties at the heart of America. Among these, the 8th Amendment guarantees a right to privacy. Casey's like, fuck this.
I'm a bad American. I don't know.
Here, actually, it's not the Bill of Rights.
No, that is the Bill of Rights.
Actually, that's not the 8th Amendment.
That's true. You get the point unless somebody else can tell me what the 8th Amendment actually does say.
So about
Actually, it's the women's right to vote?
Nope.
No.
Oh no, that came way
Yeah,
later.
that's way funnier.
That was like the 82nd amendment.
Yeah, come on. We didn't get around to it that quick.
Yeah, no, the Bill of Rights was within like a year or two of the
Yeah.
Constitution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't get around to that shit till like 6 years ago or something.
Yeah. It was literally just this past election.
I broke my kneecap in school when we were studying this. Okay.
Really?
I only got to "We the People" in order to form a more perfect union, and then my leg cracked. So I was out of class for the Bill of Rights.
The rest of it was bullshit after that because the next words that you didn't say are "establish justice." So we haven't done that yet. Well, the answer is that the Eighth Amendment actually guarantees no cruel or unusual punishment. That's what that one is.
Guarantees, huh?
and ensure domestic tranquility.
With liberty and justice for all.
Except for Lars.
Except for Lars.
Except for Lars. Liberty and justice for everybody except Lars.
Well, our
Here, in its natural habitat, on a tiny islet off the coast of Belgium, we observe the majestic and elusive joke of the week.
our joke of the week has nothing to do with the Bill of Rights.
You could just tell the last one again. It was really good.
I
I've shared that
thought
with a
about that
few
one all
people.
week.
Yeah.
Would anybody like to tell me what is the best thing about Switzerland? What is the best thing about Switzerland?
The cheese.
That's a quality punchline to a joke, Casey. That's like a little kid.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the cheese.
Actually, Swiss cheese is disgusting.
Thank you. I think it is too.
Yeah? I'm not a fan.
Plus, it's on a Reuben, but you can. Reuben is like a.
You can put provolone on a Reuben. That would probably be better.
So, what is the best thing about Switzerland? I don't know, but you could say the flag's a real positive. Because it's a big plus.
Yeah.
Joke of the week, everybody.
I don't know about that one.
That was an amazing joke.
I feel like maybe you just say the flag's a real plus or a big plus.
Ah,
Yeah, it's probably.
We workshopped it. We got there. That's the first time we've live workshopped a joke of the week. I like it.
thought that was a fucking great joke of the week.
What if the joke of the week became us telling a joke that we know isn't funny, but we think it could be, and then we workshop it for 5
Yeah,
minutes?
just that's actually an effective idea because I've had many thoughts where I'm like, there's a joke in there somewhere.
We just need to start writing them
Yeah.
down. That can replace them, actually. They haven't been that
There's
fun
something
lately.
funny in there.
We gotta start making money some way, so let's do it.
Yeah, do that and then get a Patreon.
We will be the next Always Sunny this way. We could get an FX show.
I don't have to leave the state though. We can't have two in the same state.
You could have an Always Sunny in Camp Hill, Mechanicsburg,
Oh,
Harrisburg area.
It's like fucking Survivor Central. It's Always Sunny Central.
Oh, no. Oh, it's always sunny in Pennsylvania.
That's actually a good idea.
We probably wouldn't be able to get Danny DeVito though.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's
So-
probably true.
I don't know, we get Christopher Lloyd.
Even if
He
we
was
were-
on Taxi.
Even if we were an official spin-off of the show on FX, we still couldn't get Danny DeVito.
That's okay.
No, we get Christopher Lloyd.
I don't
We
want-
get another Taxi cast
Yeah,
off.
I don't want Danny DeVito to work any more than he has to keep doing Always Sunny. Whatever keeps him going in that show is fine by me.
Do you think we'd be more likely to get Christopher Lloyd or Tony Danza?
As long as we don't get Chevy Chase.
Yeah, he's an
I
asshole.
don't think we want Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a dick.
They'd offer us Chevy Chase. Oh, actually, that happened with Danny DeVito. They were like, we want Danny DeVito to be on the show. And they were like, we don't want Danny DeVito to be on the show. And they were like, well, then there's not going to be a show. They're like, what are you kidding? We'd love to have Danny DeVito. So,
All right,
yeah, we
everybody,
would
joke
get
of the
stuck
week.
with him.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
The world